Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping by, and if you are new here and you haven't subscribed, please consider to subscribe to my channel. And if you are a returning subscriber, you are welcome as well. Please like and share this video and watch this video to the end. So today we are going to be making a shawl, a roll collar jacket, or a shawl collar jacket. Okay, so this jacket or blouse is going to have a peplum at the lower part of it. So this is the half scale bodies, okay, and this right here is the back. Okay, so because I'm going to need the back neck to create the front neck, so that is why I'm showing us the back. It's just our normal basic bodies is what you need to cut the back. So for the back here, it's going to be on fold, and it is optional. You can either make it be on fold or you can join it. So what I did is I'm going to be joining this one. So I took up the half an inch we normally take out of our zipper allowance so that the back here can lay flat and it won't be folding at the back. So I removed the half an inch from the back, and then I added half an inch seam allowance for joining. So this is the joining allowance which I added here. But if you don't want yours to have joining, you can just cut yours on fold, which means you won't need this half an inch seam allowance if you are cutting on fold. Okay, so this is the dart that I marked out here. I'm going to be notching. I've already notched the dart because I'm not going to be cutting it off. And then around the shoulder area, I added half an inch seam allowance because we are going to be needing it at the front as well. So around the neck area too, I added half an inch seam allowance to the neck area. Okay. So at the shoulder area as well, I also extended the shoulder area by half an inch. This is the half an inch. I extended it by half an inch here. So when I'm cutting the front as well, I'm going to extend the front shoulder by half an inch as well. So for the dart, you can just take half an inch on both sides of the dart. So this is the half an inch on both sides. So I'm just going to notch the dart. So now we are going to move to the front because that is where the major work is. Okay guys, so this is the front pattern. I already marked out my measurements. Okay, so around here I left about 5 inches upward, and around the center front here I left about 4 inches here, and this line is the center front line. Okay, this is the center front line. So from there, then I took the length because I'm going to be adding peplum to this jacket. So the waist length is 16, so I added seam allowance of 1 inch, then I have 17. Okay, and from the shoulder to the bust point as well, so this is the bust point. Okay, and then this is the nipple to nipple measurement, and I stopped 1 inch before the bust point. Okay, so remember at the back I said I extended the shoulder area by half an inch, so I also did the same thing here. I extended the shoulder area by half an inch around here as well. Okay, so I'm going to mark the front neck as well. So I have marked the front neck, even though I'm not going to be needing the front neck. So what I'm going to do is we are going to be creating a collar, the roll collar or the shawl collar around here. Okay, and you need the collar to stop somewhere. So I would like the collar to stop at the underbust area, and the underbust area is 14 inches. You can go below it, but I want this to stop around the underbust area, and the underbust area is 14 inches. So I'm going to mark 14 inches. I have marked 14 inches where I have the underbust area. This is 14 inches. So from that 14 inches, you're going to need the button allowance, okay, because you need the button allowance at the front. So I'm going to be marking button allowance of 1 inch, starting from the length from the half length. So I'm going to mark 1 inch here, and then 1 inch here as well. And guys, I have marked the button allowance of 1 inch. You can make yours 1.5, you can make yours 2 inches. It depends on what you want. So this is 1 inch here. Now from this 1 inch here, I'm going to slant the line from this point to the neck area. So I'm going to do just that now. From this point now to the neck area. So I have connected the lines from here to here. Remember the measurement I took at the front, at the back, which was 3.5. Then you need to extend this shoulder area, this slanted line I measured here. You need to extend it by 3.5. Okay, because the back neck is 3.5, and that's what I'm going to be inputting here. So I'm going to use this ruler. You know, it's slanted. You are not going to mark it straight. It has to be slanted. So I'm going to place this ruler like this, and then I will mark 3.5 inches upward like so. So this is where I have 3.5 inches, and I'm going to mark the line. So you can see I've extended this line by 3.5, which is what I have here. So this is 3.5 inches, which I have extended. Okay, so the next thing you need to do now is to determine how wide you want your collar to be. Okay, so before I do that, around here you need to come out by 1/2 inch. This is so that your neck can lay properly at the back. Okay, so you are going to curve this in slightly. So I'm going to do that right now. You curve it slightly back to the neck. You can see it now. You curve it slightly back to the neck. So what I'm going to do next is to determine how wide you want the collar to be. So I want 3 inches, and you start the 3 inches from here. From this first line I marked here is where you start the 3 inches. So I'll just mark the 3 inches like so. And remember, the 3 inches is not going, you are not going to mark it straight. It has to be slanted as well. Okay, because the line has to be in a diagonal form. You can see this is the 3 inches line, and I'm going to mark it. Okay, it's not going to be straight. It has to be slanted. Okay, so what I'll do now is to mark the 3 inches downward up to this side, and then once I'm done, I'm going to curve it out. Dotted lines, which I'm going to curve out later once I'm done. So I'm going to take the straight line now. Okay, so and that 3 inches line, you need to stop where your shawl collar is going to be stopping at, which is here. Okay, so now from there you can now start taking the curve. You can now start curving it in. Okay, from there you can now start curving your collar. You start curving it back in. Okay, because you are not going to leave it that straight. So this is what I have. You can see what I have. You can see that I have curved it in. So it is just so simple as that. So what I'm going to do next is to take my dart, to input my dart allowance. So I'm going to be adding 1/2 inch on both sides of the dart. 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch here, and I'm going to connect it together. Okay, so I'm going to determine the center point of this shoulder area, and I have 5.5. That will be 2 3/4. So this is it. So because when I'm cutting this out, I'm going to be using another fabric for this collar. One part of this fabric is going to be another colored fabric. Okay, so because of that, I will need to extend this dart up to the shoulder area so that I can use it to cut out the other fabric I'll be using. I hope you understand what I just did here. So the next thing to do now is to input the side seam allowance, and also I'm going to be adding 1/2 inch to all of the collar area here. To the button allowance, I'll add 1/2 inch. To the collar, I'm going to add 1/2 inch. To the upper side here, I'll add 1/2 inch, and around the shoulder area too, I'm going to add 1/2 inch. So I will do that just now. So guys, I'm done cutting out. So you can see what it looks like after cutting it out. This is what it looks like. So what I will do now is to separate this into two. Cutting this on your fabric, make sure to add half an inch for joining this dart together. Okay, make sure you add it. You add half an inch for joining these darts back to each other. Okay, so guys, I already cut out the lining. Okay, so this is what I said. I said that one side of the lining, after cutting the dart into two, is going to be the material which will serve as the collar, and this is it right here. This is the material here. It's going to serve as the collar. And okay, so have added fusible interfacing to this place also as well. I also added to the fabric. I had added fusible interfacing to the fabric, to both. You can see it here. So this is it. So I'll go ahead and stitch this down. You are going to be stitching the lining separately and the fabric separately. The same thing for the back as well. So this is the lining for this side. So I'll go ahead and join it together. I also have the sleeve here. I have a tutorial on basic sleeve, so you can go ahead and check out how I made this sleeve. I also have a video on how I cut out this peplum. I'll also link that in the description box below. Okay, so this is the peplum. I'll show us how I also did that one too. So I'll go ahead now and stitch and couple all of these pieces together, and then show us what it looks like after joining everything together. So guys, this is the final look of the jacket. You can see how beautiful the jacket is looking. Trust me, this is beautiful. The video is not doing justice to this jacket. Okay, so please like and share this video if you haven't done so. Share with your friends. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Okay guys, so I'll see you guys in my next tutorial, and bye for now.